My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to regular content, also called Against the Storm, as we're going to be moving up into Prestige 11. I'm going to be setting up another town for us, also noting that our expansion to Minnesota in the last two episodes rather, has gotten us access to a treasure chest with 20 artifacts in. Not bad. There's the Forsaken God's Temple down here. Forsaken God's blessings are ambiguous. You're guaranteed to get a lot more timed orders in your picks. I mean, realistically, I have to run either the Marshlands or Royal Woodlands. I mean, yeah, absolutely realistically, they're the only adjacents for it. It would give us some artifacts. Artifacts are not exactly what I'm hurting for at this point in time, though. Oh, Izorb going down in this direction has access to a Monastery of the Holy Flame as well as a Haunted Forest. Jealous. Big envy. Okay, I could continue building up in this direction in order to try and get to any of those. I mean, I'm really, realistically only going to be able to get to this before the end of the cycle. Although if I did this space, maybe I would even be close enough to get that question mark. It's also not got horrible shipping routes to Bollidaria and Willowheim. It is another Royal Woodlands that we're looking at doing suddenly there, though. Let's have a look at our caravans here and see if that gives us any information. Also have a look at our next Blightrot. Orders from the Queen are harder. Uh-oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem, innit? With the villages we have access to here, I mean... I just don't know if Marshlands is the map that you want to go when you don't have harpies and lizards, likely. I mean, you know, lizards by themselves, lizards with humans. I could also just run a bunch of humans in a different area and try and go for more of a farming kind of strat. I mean, the marshlands are not going to support... where are we? Small amount of fertile soil. The marshlands are not going to really support a farming strategy, and if I have access to this many humans at the very start of the game, I mean, look, that is one way to go. So... a coral forest? Out in this direction, average amount. I don't believe it gets higher than an average amount at this point. The trees, of course, here would also be our access to general resources, giving us access to crystallized dew, some incense, some stone, some meat, some plant fiber. Not really enough to, like, fully form the backbone of how you provide any of those for your society, but enough to get you a little bit of the way there. So in this area, a forager's camp, a trapper's hut, both would be kind of nice. We get 5% chance of bonus yields from production gathering for each hostility level. Honestly, I think this is really just going to come down... Wow, we can start with 3 newcomers as well. I did not know that was even possible, but we're probably going to start with the vegetables, to be real. As well as the small farm, so that I already have access to something I can use the fertile soil to do. I'm also going to be naming this town, and in naming this town, we will be calling it... Mr. Gibberiver. Because the names of towns often end in local landmark features, such as the river here, which gibbers. Alright, let's go. Wait, hang on. Did I choose the right caravan as well? I did not. Good thing I took an extra second on that. I'm looking for the majority humans, right? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Lego. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around our cabin door. The Queen has decided to entrust you with her most difficult orders, as you are one of her most experienced viceroys. We're also starting with Finders Keepers. Every trade route you complete during drizzle season. Oh. Every trade route you complete during drizzle season gives you 5 random packs of goods. If I can utilize that, that's going to be really, really effective. Effectively, you know, if I only do my trade routes using Finders Keepers, I may get back enough goods to put back into the same economy and effectively just like sell the same things constantly. That would be nice. But it's not going to be my primary concern, let's say that much. Under an open sky. If I can get some housing up for everyone, gonna be a little difficult here, but if I can, then we will prevent the -5 hostility, -5 resolve from 1 hostility and up. Greater threat is -2 global resolve during the storm for every discovered forbidden or dangerous glade from 2 and up. Piercing winds for fuel efficiency is 300% lower and devastating storms for -20 global resolve. So yeah, our resolve is taking a huge hit via these forest mysteries. But if I had the ability to like solve our resolve, like if I, for instance, house everyone, that's a huge amount of resolve for them very, very quickly off. But it will also then help to negate the negative effects of greater threat, which would then also be a hostility negative towards us. Okay, no fertile soil. I was not expecting any immediately, to be fair. Let's get the standard array up. Also have a quick look as to whether or not... Ooh. That's actually pretty exciting. The supplier is here. The supplier gives us the ability to make planks with the specialization of the harpies as well, which, oh my god. If you can get harpies to specialize on that, incredible. And... Wait a second. Is that harpy... That harpy's not on the hearth. Queen's Impatience growing 25% slower is what you get with a human on the hearth, but obviously we're putting the harpy on the hearth, and now we're getting global carrying capacity basically doubled. It's 6 for us at this point, up goes to 11. Unfortunately, that does mean we don't actually have a free harpy to be working in the supplier, but I do still believe the supplier is probably the best choice for us here. The alternative, maybe the leather worker? How much access to leather is there on this map? Possibility of getting leather through the curation of the meat natural resource, but that's about it. Also worth noting, the supplier has the ability to use the mushrooms or grain in order to make flour. And yes, we are going to be using flour over the course of this run. I mean, I did start with a farm. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, in the furnace, we see that, yeah, pie will take herbs, meat, insects, eggs, or berries. It will not take vegetables, unfortunately. Whereas vegetables is what I can currently grow in the farm easily. That said, it will take meat and eggs, which I will have a little bit of access to. It'll give me the access to a brick production facility, as well as a copper bar production facility, which, like, not necessarily going to be relevant on this map, to be honest. But brick and pie, both online this early. In fact, it's brick, flour, pie, and planks, with only 2 buildings selected. I almost now feel like I cannot turn this down, even though I really want the Trappers Camp. Alas. I guess I hope this ends up being a reroll. The grill for skewers is kind of okay, but only really serves 1 boss at a time. Also, the skewers themselves are going to require some other resources from it. They're going to require the jerky, they're going to require skewers and vegetables. At least they do use the vegetables. I don't know, maybe Grill has some more to say for it. The workshop, I've already covered 2 of these problems. If I saw the workshop and I did not have, you know, any 2 of the production facilities for it, absolutely, it's workshop 100% of the time, but not here. I am glad to see that there is a position where workshop is not the correct immediate answer. Oh, I still can't make fabric, and fabric is going to be kind of important. So let's start getting ready to house the humans. The humans are mostly costly for their housing because we do not have plank production, so let's get plank production up. That'll be the supplier. And the supplier is going to require one more plank to even exist itself in the first place. So let's get a crude workstation right there. And tell you that you can make up to a total of 8 planks at a time. Then our woodcutters camps. I mean, as close as you can get to the warehouse with as little overlap as possible. Let's also set those to the highest priority to try and see if we can get those done first, and then boom, simulate. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. 3 in the woodcutters camp immediately, 3 in the next. Honestly, I only really have to house 8 of them. So 8 of them is 4 lots of 6 planks, so it's 24 planks total. So I'll tell you, you can go up to a total of 24 at the moment. 24 planks total, and it's also bricks is the big problem with this. Furnace. Oof, man. Is that where a furnace goes? Right there? I mean, kind of seems right. Does need to be nearby. And that's another 8 that's going to require. That's fine. This will ultimately get to 24. It'll push 8 off onto that and then start building back up. Okay. 2 in the crude workstation to immediately make the... Wait, 2 in the crude workstation to immediately make the 1 plank that I'm currently asking for? Does not seem correct. Yeah, let's just get one of you in there. Making that 1 plank. Export specialization. Gain 1 to production yields for all packs of goods. Not so much myself, however. We're now being offered a truly ridiculous set of options here at the very start of the run. Fungal guide. Mushroom production increases by +1 every 25 times it's produced. And then grain bags, same for grain. Meat specialization, same for meat. So it's basically just going to come down to, what do I find first? Also heavily incentivizes me breaking into a glade really, really early on if possible. Which, yeah, I guess I'm game to do. Let's also look at our orders. Ooh, problem solver. Complete any 3 Glade events. Yep. I mean, I could get 30 jerky back, and jerky is pretty good for the people that I have available at the moment. 4 villages is nice, 3 parts, so that I can try and get more things running at the same time. Pack of building materials. I mean, I could make pack of building materials without an incredible amount of difficulty. Honestly, this is the comparison that makes Problem Solver, which I would typically go with here, less valuable for me, is the fact that it has 1 less person, and also these 10 planks are not that difficult for me to make. Which also means that the pack of building materials is a lot less costly than it typically would be, because I have 2-star production for planks already online. Speedy real estate, wow. At least 1 hub's upgraded to encampment. In 3 minutes. So I could do that, I think. Right, like, it's a big shelter with the 7 planks from that. We build a big shelter, we also build a normal shelter. I mean, honestly, just taking apart the buildings that are currently trying to construct themselves would give me all of the materials to finish this. Is it the best I can do, though? It's competing against Rich Harvest, which is packs of crops, something I do intend to make. For +1 to packs of crops production, but planting crops is 25% faster. Some crop boosts. Let's do that. Let's use that to try and drive myself a little bit further in that direction than I otherwise might do. Keep harpies resolve above 15 for 30 seconds, for 2 harpies, 3 parts, 30 berries. I'm gonna take the trading post because it just seems like a significantly better idea. significantly better outcome for us as well. Alright. So now I can just continue on exactly the same path. Also, we have found tillable soil. We found tillable soil. I'm gonna set up... Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that we actually have a field kitchen. We actually have one. So the field kitchen is gonna give us the ability to make jerky. It's gonna give us the ability to make biscuits, which... I mean... Right now I can't actually make biscuits. I can make a lot of flour. Okay, so whatever I was just saying, no clue what that was. That was recorded yesterday, and now it is the next day instead. So, what are we going to be doing with this situation directly in front of us? One thing that immediately leaps out at me is the trees in this area actually give us meat. So meat specialization is already on the table, despite the fact that I don't have any meat on the map. Also, the mushrooms aren't even available on this map whatsoever. And the grain bags, grain production is increased by +1 for every couple of times it's produced, 25 times it's produced, rather. It's just not produced commonly enough in a farm to really actually get much of an amount off of that. So it's definitely the meat specialization at the end there that I want to go for. And I should have gone for it as soon as it came up. Brick oven. Grill workshop. Tool shop. So this is the thing, right? I have a tool shop there, possibly. I have a furnace with the ability to possibly get us copper bars. I've got a supplier. That's also copper bars and flour out here as well. What other buildings do I have? I swear I had another building that was going to make this a lot easier of a choice. Maybe it's a construction building of some kind? No? Okay. Is there copper on this map? I could have sworn there was, but nope. Just coal. That's fine. I mean, this is still bricks and pie, which is what I wanted from it. This is effectively probably what I was litigating at the very end of the last 15 minutes, right? Oops. I had to go and get a vaccination. It wasn't... It's all good. It's fine. My arm hurts, though. Where are we going? I had to get 2 vaccinations at the same time in the same arm, and... the doc told me, yeah, both of these might make your arm hurt, so put them in different arms. And then I forgot to do that. Or rather, forgot to suggest that to the attending nurse. Okay. Flour, not yet. Production, yes. Humans, yeah, sure. I'm gonna need them building as soon as they can. Also, those farm fields up there. The supplier here is the thing that I want to construct first, and that's what the extra planks there are for, so that I never have to actually make planks in this facility ever after that. Because the planks will instead be created at the supplier. So let's turn off plank production there. I can turn on fabric production if I should want. Start collecting some of that early, give myself the ability to house the harpy by itself. No reason not to do that when I don't have, you know, so many people required for building at the moment. Here comes our plank production. Excellent. Beauty. And now, from that, I only need 8 planks in order to get the furnace online as well. So we'll stock this bad boy. I think I'm also going to... Yeah. You're delivering that fabric. That's good enough, then. Gonna wait for the delivery of fabric and then take both of them out of the building so that I can start focusing on trying to go for housing. I could focus on just getting the single harpy house down. That's +6. To the resolve for the harpy by itself. Just off a bat. Also, I've got to make sure that I keep myself aware of finders keepers. We are going to want to start our trade routes near the end of the storm so that I can try and get this to trigger. That's also going to require that I actually have a trading post down by that period of time, so... Starting to think about where I might put a trading post and getting ready to put it down seems like a good idea to me as well. In fact, oh, you know what? Let's just get it off of my mind. Build it up to there, just in case I want to build a stone cutter of some type afterwards. I mean, realistically, I can just destroy that later if I absolutely need to. We're also going to need additional brick construction as soon as we can get access to it. So you know what? I wonder if maybe I'm also looking for an early stonecutter's camp, which is why I left those two spaces there so that I can position these like this. This will also fulfill half of our trading post. Obviously, we'll still need 10 amber, but that's going to come from the trade routes, ideally. In terms of our food, we just have so damn much. Of course, I do have meat and vegetables and mushrooms and eggs. Like, yeah, if I could turn those into skewers, it wouldn't be an awful idea right now. Meat and eggs. Yeah, 3 meat and 3 eggs to make 10 skewers. It is just a multiplication of the food I have access to. The big thing it's contrasting against here is the possibility of actually getting value from the tool shop. Right? The tool shop is going to already have some access to crystallized dew, just courtesy of the map that we're on. Chopping down certain trees is going to give me crystallized dew, and if I'm only using crystallized dew to create simple tools, this is already a plan to have simple tool production online very comfortably. I don't want to turn it down, but I feel like I don't have the right stuff to support it. You know what I really need? Yeah, you'll make that. And then make me some flour. That's what we really need. We need some flour, and then we need to make it into a pie. That's how I'm getting my foodstuffs. Great furnace. And yeah, we only have 1 brick at the moment, so I can't even house any of the humans. We are about to get towards our storm, and the harpy is feeling particularly worse off for wear, so I am going to make sure that they are housed. Or small farm, absolutely immediately stock that with people. There's no way we let that languish for even a period of time. We've also got access to even more insects, which is support for pie production. We can use insects in the middle of those. It's bug. I have a little bug. Is it really good, sir? No, it's pretty bad. And then again, it does come with one big old crunch. Sorry. Alright, let's go find some amber for our trading post mission. Small farm's doing okay, but everyone's idling in it. I mean, look, the storm is about to start, so it's not time to fix that problem. However, speaking of, storm is about to start. Under an open sky is going to give us a lot of negativity. I'm feeling like it might be a prime opportunity for me to take everyone off of their woodcutting right now and get them absolutely going gangbusters about something else. So I will need some makeshift posts, production of packs of provisions, in order to actually ship anything here. And I'm also going to need to put some of you in a furnace when I have flour, which I guess I do not currently have access to. Alright. I feel like I've managed this correctly, such that ooh. Let's throw a couple people back into the woodcutters' camps. They've got space for them. Never mind. 2 people into the furnace? Maybe not 2 people into the furnace just yet. Gotta wait for the flour to actually be produced. Let me also... Which of these screens would be the flour? Consumable items, crafting resources, flour, that would be it. I guess they're currently holding off because they have, you know, plank production to worry about first and foremost, but I'm actually just going to tell you to stop doing that immediately. I'd like to actually prevent people from eating the foodstuffs before I use them to multiply. It's like, you don't go up to Jesus when he's holding a loaf of bread and a single fish, one loaf of bread and one single fish, and go, hey bud, can I have those? And just like chomp them down immediately? Because that guy could do wonders. Apparently prepare a nice little sashimi or something like that. Oh yeah, and also the multiplication of the loaves and stuff. You do that bit too. Packs of provisions. There we go. Don't worry, I'm not just about to turn this into Sunday school. It is to me, that is a cultural reference on the same level of, you know, the Bleeding Gums episode of The Simpsons. Not to everyone mind, and I'm understanding of that, but still, that's where it sits for me. Can I get a couple of you doing some stone cutting at the moment? This seems like it'd be a good idea. We've got some flour as well. No! Oh, the storm has passed and I didn't do any trading. I guess I didn't have any packs of provisions to do any trading with, so it's not gonna be an available option for me anyhow. Farloof. Old Farloof. What have you got for us? +5 to Glade event items at 10 copper ore and 30 wood for every open cache. Well now, 10 copper ore. With my, I mean, it's 4 copper bars, which itself is 4 simple tools. So it doesn't just make that system, you know, whir. Trade rats. Looks like a lot of them want bricks. Mushrooms as well. Damn, they really want bricks. And I do not have bricks. Farloof, do you have any bricks? Man. This isn't good. I need brick production years ago at this point. Hunter-gatherers. All camp productions... Oh, I can't take that one immediately. I'm just going to tell you that off the bat. All camp productions increased by 100%, but all buildings that use fertile soil as their yields have decreased by 50%. Obviously, I'm trying to do some farming, that's not going to happen. Economic migration. Rumor has it that one of your settlements is the wealthiest in the realm. Newcomers will arrive with 15% quicker for every 2 levels of standing you have in settlements. In trade routes, the bonus is added retroactively. There's also burning blightrot cysts to lower hostility, but Woodcutter's Prayer is very interesting to me at this point. I currently have 41 wood and 20 coal. That's not a huge amount of fuel, but if I lose that, I'll get +1 to wood production. I lose all stored fuel upon picking the cornerstone. I think it's a great idea for me right now. Then we'll also be taking some people. We do have beavers! As our third, we do indeed have beavers. So, obviously beavers going to a woodcutting camp. Seems the kind of thing they might want to get involved with. The stonecutters are doing okay. Obviously the small farmers doing okay at the moment as well. I need more people really badly. I feel like that's always the case though. You know what I absolutely need to do is break into a new area. So... let's... oh man. I really don't have good nearby. This is my nearest dangerous glade that I can really afford to actually break into right now. Well, I don't have much choice about it. I'm gonna go do it. I almost also want to open this one slightly to the south, just to see if I get some more useful pieces. I'll hold off. Woodcutter. Then just start cutting in that direction if you could. In terms of the makeshift post, oof. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to actually get anything that valuable out of this, ultimately. Okay, there go all the rest of our mushrooms in order to make the flour. I mean, I'll take a second person out of it, I guess. I want the furnace, ideally, to start running right now. Only humans love pies, but everyone else will eat them. Although I guess I turned 7 mushrooms and 4 meat into pies, so this might actually be a worse translation rate for us. Let's set bricks higher, just try and see if we can get that done and actually get any of these things shipped out. We are low on fuel, but that's okay. We are going to start getting deliveries of that just in a moment. Supplier has... Ooh! Even more mushrooms there. That's actually enough for me now to get a shipment of mushrooms. So if... Yeah, y'all will deliver those. I now have 1 minute and 1 minute and 39 seconds. Okay, yeah, Drizzle has 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in it, so I can start a trade route right now and be completely fine. Great. And now if I get some more bricks, I can start another 2 trade routes, which, my god, I would be over the moon if I could get both of those to start and finish during this period of time. Do I have the... Yeah, I have the packs of provisions for it as well. Good. Yeah, good. Just deliver as soon as you get those bricks, thank you. Beautiful. So we'll start the 5, the one that's going to take longer. Oh, this is great. Can't wait for these packs of goods to come in. I will say one negative so far, one large negative so far, is that it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to actually break into this dangerous glade in any reasonable period of time. Like, it looks like I might have to break into it in the storm, or rather break into it in drizzle and still be resolving its effects during the storm, which is harsh. 8 for the human clan. Goods packed for delivery. Sure. 3 humans join the settlement, and we get +3 to human resolve as well as 2 parts. And human relatives, I mean, we are going to want to do this. So, fulfill biscuit need, absolutely fine with that. Everyone here loves biscuits. I would love to make biscuits. Wait a second. Everyone here loves biscuits. I would love to make biscuits. Do I have any other way to make biscuits than the field kitchen at the moment? Oh, no. Herbs, roots, or berry. That's the problem with making the... I don't have roots. I would have to get herbs from something. That's why I can't just start making those, unfortunately. Good self-reminder there, at least, though. Goods received! Da-da-da! Oh, hang on. I've also got to check. No, I don't have any more bricks yet, apparently. I'm going to force delivery now to immediately get those bricks, thank you. Because I do have bricks. And now that they're delivered, I will sell them. And yes, that will come in enough time to give us another set of goods. So I got total 10 packs of trade goods from that. Now, if any of these ask for trade goods, ooh, I'm so well prepared. Okay. Hey! Same kind of pack right back, there we go. Having a look at our other kinds of resources. Yeah, we're getting a decent amount of pies at this point already. Good to see, good to see, good to see. We've entirely run out of flour already as well. Which makes sense, because we haven't really harvested any of the grain just yet. So everyone should kind of just keep on keeping on. You know, if we're breaking in at the very start of clearance, maybe I can still afford to get in here. Oof. Actually, maybe now. Maybe now is the right time to stop. Yeah. I'm literally just preparing for the storm at this point. Like, I got very close. That's good. I'm gonna be able to break it down in the next attempt. I'm just gonna have to be happy enough with that. Uh-huh. Super cool. I'm gonna move the Stonecutter's camp one further down to give me space to make a beaver's house. And then it just comes down to how many human houses can I make. Okay, so if that beaver's house goes off, no human houses basically can I make after that. I'm gonna take one person out of the furnace, pop them into the supplier, and tell them to start making planks as a priority. Get him, Harpy. Yeah, I've got no free workers to actually do projects at the moment. I don't want to spend so many people trying to make jerky, especially. Because I think of trying to use the process of making jerky, and it uses energy, it uses people, it uses a building. Like, I feel like skipping past jerky rather than making jerky, which can't even go in the pie in the first place, seems appropriate right now. I'm multiplying our remaining resources, but it's still not giving us much. Okay, they're still readying up a couple more bricks. Good to see. The house isn't even starting to get constructed. Let's take the non-specialized woodcutters out of woodcutting. And we'll probably end up taking one more person off of woodcutting after this all. Yep. Try and keep ourselves below one hostility at this point. So nets, we've given ourselves +1 to meat production, and that is because we've chopped down enough trees that had meat in them. I'm very, very excited to actually find some meat stuffs after this point. I should probably be aware of which of them are... Yeah, okay, mussel sprout trees are probably the ones that I care about the most at the moment then. Because they give us the incense... Sorry, not incense, they give us... crystallized dew as well as meat. Both at pretty good rates, in fact. Okay, so I can currently construct 2 human houses as well. Let's get to doing that. Where are you? Human house, human house, human house. There we go. Up and down. And... Actually, that takes us to 8 people housed in the area as well. I don't really know what terrain I'm not going to be using ever again. I mean, that's pretty clear. I'm not going to be using that terrain for anything useful. Actually, I suppose I do know a little bit more about the terrain I'm not going to be using. This one here can kind of get closed in. In fact, I'm not even going to complete that. I'll leave myself a space for maybe like a decorative fungus or something later on. So it should be kind of like a bomb of resolve to our whole society. Okay, Stonecutter's camp has lost all of its deposits nearby, freeing up a couple more people for us. I do have to remember to use the makeshift post. Although meat is probably the easiest thing to utilize right now. And I've got to make sure that I utilize the makeshift post. Oh my god. Someone is actually asking for packs of trade goods. If I just have packs of provisions, I can give you everything you need, Sorathil. Oh, the the production is actually very slow. I'm probably not even going to get them delivered in time. Yeah, that's not gonna... That was never gonna work, unfortunately. Oh, they're still asking for them! Absolute chumps. You didn't know I was gonna use those. Alright, cornerstone. Crowded Caravan. Each newcomer group has 2 additional villages. I do want additional villages. Tanning rack +2 to leather production. That's also there. Peasant supplies. Receive 3 packs of provisions for every new villager. I like the idea of not actually having to make my own packs of provisions, but I will say that if I can get any meat on this map, I'm already not going to have a problem with that whatsoever. So I think I need more people as my primary. So each newcomer group has 2 additional villages. I'm not going to deal with burned cysts, probably over the course of this entire run even. More people, again, so I will be taking the meat and the clay here. There are also resources that I would slightly prefer. Alright. Get your work woodcutting there. Another supplier. Still a very, very important resource to be generating. Also, like, yeah, absolutely start making flour after you've done it. Then, I mean, you know, this woodcutter's camp could easily be immediately filled also. And could give us access to the glade that we're worried about. So now with the packs of provisions delivered, wow, the universe is really in my palm. I think packs of trade goods is one that I should do at the very end because I'm realistically looking to, you know, really invest in that. So it's not going to complete in this period of time. So what I want is ones that will complete quickly to complete quickly. So like, and as soon as I get one more pack provision, I'll send that leather. This is also doing the second work, I guess, of supporting our... Nice. This is also doing the important work of supporting our... I had a thing I was going to say. Our trade settlement. Right. It's supporting our establishment of relationships with all of the neighboring towns so that we're going to get, ultimately, just better results from them over time. I'm also just going to force a delivery right now, because I would like to be able to send off the next shipment immediately. Sahilda. +2 to flour production is not awful for us, considering I do intend to make flour out of everything. The only thing is I don't really have money at the moment to spare, so no, but it would have been nice. Oh, what are you? A whole new home? Down here we have a kiln. Just put enough bricks in it, and it gives us the ability to make coal. Straight up coal, as well as jerky. Straight up jerky. Then down here we have an apothecary. This is absurd. If we salvage it, if we salvage the apothecary, sorry, we still get the blueprint for it, as well as 20 biscuits. The big shelter. I mean, if I salvage this, I can get some herbs and berries. I can use those to start making some biscuits. If I use herbs, berries to make biscuits, as well as get 20 biscuits from this, that'll give us the ability to fulfill the need for 50 biscuits. There's also fuming machinery in the area. This is going to be the thing we need to complete. Oh. I almost think that just making one more pipe and then completing this is probably better than using all of these bricks. How difficult is one more pipe? Two minutes to produce that one more pipe. And yeah, then we start getting towards the area where this will just destroy everything in its radius. So no, we will just send people with bricks to immediately solve this problem. It's very costly, unfortunately, but it will be solved. Then the rest of those, don't really need another person around. Here, Start using some clay. Don't have the access to flour at the moment. That's fine. One second. I have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the time. Yep, of course. I will sell the leather there. Immediately clocking in our... Ooh, 5 packs of provisions! We got provisions for it as well. That's what I was kind of hoping would come out of the system. At some point, at least. I mean, I really do want to sell you 12 full packs from the packs of trade goods. We'll also see if we even get more packs of trade goods from Willowheim. Which we do not. So do I wait for delivery of more packs of goods? Yeah, probably. Probably. Trading post. 20 biscuits, as well as 5 parts, as well as 6 simple tools, and a reputation. Love how all these systems are kind of supporting one another like this. It's very mutualistic. Herbalist's camp versus the ranch, the market, and the forester's hut. So the market is very valuable here. The market gives us the access to both luxury and cleanliness as services to provide to any of our folk. The cleanliness, in particular, I think with the apothecary, yes, we have the ability to make cosmetics via the apothecary, and the cosmetics would require eggs, which do exist on this map. Actually, the cosmetics require a lot of things that I'm not really going to have much access to. Herbalist Camp can only really give us herbs on this map. There's no berries, there's no mushrooms. Ranch? I mean... Look, it's a way to get meat. But, like... I don't have lizards. I don't really care about meat like that. There is also the Forester's Hut. Now, the Forester's Hut says it uses nearby farm fields to produce resin and crystallized dew. If we only got it to make crystallized dew, that's it. That's all of the production of every tool we ever need. Is that good enough for me? I mean, it kind of has to be, right? I also do need to actually get that tool shop down at some point. Only about right it would take this long, though. Okay, you go there. And of course, that will be your lineup. I just don't know which of them provides any value to me right now. Not just much, but almost any value to me right now. Come on. That's revision delivery should have just occurred. Didn't? Excuse me? Ridiculous, what happened? It must have happened, yeah, just a couple seconds afterwards, there we go. So it's gonna take 4 minutes and 14 seconds, but we will get 24 amber out of that. Very, very happy with that trade. And look, I would love to continue expanding my trade slots with everyone else, but don't really have access to that at the moment. Unfortunately, I also think the need for biscuits fulfilled... No, it's not within a period of time. Okay, so that is just gonna resolve ultimately once I start getting some more biscuits from some other things. Ooh! Even got more packs of provisions for the trades that have occurred. Excellent. So it looks like our furnace is well and truly out of materials at this point. Get a couple more freelance builders for the moment. I guess we are constantly running out of planks as well. That makes sense, of course. We would have already delivered some to the tool shop also. Fabric. That is one thing that I don't really create any of at all right now, so if you wanted to go over there and make up to a total of 10 fabric, look, I wouldn't tell anyone. You're more than welcome to. Just don't tell anyone I told you, that's great. I don't want to get in trouble. Orders. Advanced District. Have at least 2 of our neighborhoods upgraded to neighborhood. +1 to plank production, which is nice. Human resolve about 34 for 120 seconds is harsh. But we also already do have 12 people, which is actually kind of one of the harder parts of that requirement. 3 additional humans. I do like humans. Egg production. Nah, I'm gonna build a second hub pretty soon. Disturbing the ancients. Not knowing whether or not I'm gonna have access to any ancient tablets at any reasonable point in time. I mean, look, would I want a press in order to make some oil and some pottery per minute? Look, it'd be nice. Let me just quickly check. Here, no. Okay. I think this one down here might have... Nope, it also doesn't. Yep. That kind of clinches that one for me. We're going to be going for lost knowledge for ancient tablets, and we're just going to be enjoying it when it turns up and is available. Ooh, some new trades are accessible for me as well. Plant fiber. I could sell more stacks of that if I wanted to. 3 stacks of plant fiber. Which I'm kind of keen to. A part in order to try and increase my relationship with Xylem. Or bricks for the same reason. I'm gonna use the bricks. Especially because I've given myself the opportunity to have more people. Okay. It's also... Oh my god. My woodcutters camps have been so suboptimal for so long. Absolutely crying camps, I'm sorry. I'm sorry! I need to free out a couple bits of space around the hearth so that I can actually put down some more houses. But even then, the houses would be... yeah. Still need more planks. Okay, Glade event's complete. Yeah, don't have a bunch of X's to send around to the rest of the salvageables down there just yet, unfortunately. I feel like this storm is really going to be the one that starts making the difference. Oh. The simple tools have begun to arrive. I've also got a ridiculous amount of packs of provisions. Settings up later. You know what? Yeah. 40 coal? I just got a kiln. Yeah, I will give you as much of that as you ask for. Beautiful. And then as soon as some of these other trade relationships clear up, might be time to actually sell a couple of these parts, because I have been going pretty hard on parts collection, so selling 5 of them and getting 15 back, you know what? I think, right now, reasonable. I can't do that too many times, though. I still struggle with this decision. I just don't think any of them helps me, you know? I mean, look, the market, the most of all, for the possibility of even making the wine, possibility of even making, you know, cosmetics, or even farming cosmetics in some way. Maybe I'll just get so good at trade that it doesn't matter. I could also just reroll. That is one option that I do have in my back pocket. If I'm re-rolling, what am I looking for? That's, you know, back from way back in the old Isaac days. I learned very quickly that it doesn't make sense to re-roll if the average result that you can get is actually worse. So, what do we think? What do we think is going to be a reasonable outcome? I mean, I'd like the foragers camp, just so that I can get the vegetables. I have flour production, I have pie production. I mean, I don't really want additional farms, so I don't even want the plantation, despite the fact it would give me the ability to try and make some more biscuits. Speaking of make some more biscuits, though, this supplier really doesn't have an opportunity to ever get towards those planks. Or past those planks, rather. So I'm gonna just turn plank production off until you start making flour by itself. Because it really feels like we could start starving without that. Then I will also take... Yeah, you know what? All of our woodcutters off of woodcutting. I'm gonna put 2 of them into the tool shop in order to start making those for us. And then I need to honestly just start getting all the rest of these. So the apothecary, I'm going to send some workers to and salvage it, please. And then this kiln, I'm not gonna have enough bricks to do that. I think I have, yeah, enough to make 2 more bricks right now, which will give me the ability to finish that kiln. This plank, though, I mean, do I want to use simple tools, push past instead? Maybe. Because those aren't that difficult for me to get on this map. Yeah, for the sake of speed, I think so. And then this is salvage, because I really want the herbs and the berries. This is obviously rebuild. And this one is currently getting delivery? Excuse me? Do I not have enough planks for that one to actually get the delivery? Where else have I been laying down a bunch of planks recently? Tool shop. Tool shop is laying down a bunch of planks recently because it's attempting to use them to make tools. Which I think might be the cause of the problem that the apothecary was experiencing there. Unfortunately, we also find ourselves at 53 hostility above level 1 right now. So we are definitely going to be affected by the open sky, so I could prevent that with housing. I can put some additional housing on the field, I believe. Ugh, just a little, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I mean, look, it has to happen anyway. Human house go down. Got a furnace with a decent amount of flour again. Okay, so we will restock you. Start making those pies, please. We did take them off of constructing a house in order to make those pies, but still think it's going okay. And then after that, we will have the ability to go to the next level of our facility. So I should probably pop some stuff down. Let me just pop down a garden. Yeah, garden right there and a park across from it. Extremely low effort version of that, but it's okay, it works out. Turn them back onto making planks for a wee bit of time here also. Our storm resolves. With the storm resolution, what? Yeah, Sydney and Xylem. I didn't even think about this at the time, but their long trade times will have them finishing here in this drizzle. Sick! Packs of trade goods. If I had any packs of provisions so that I could actually sell those, looks like things would be going well. Cornerstones come up. All houses have room for 1 more villager. Me. Honestly? that or lost supplies. Gain 40 meat and grain for each completed dangerous or forbidden glade event. I mean, I keep forgetting whether or not this will count. Will this count? Will these two count as completed forbidden glade events for the sake of that? Honestly, they've probably been already completed, so it's not going to count. All houses have room for one more villager. You know what? Yes, that immediately houses, I believe, everyone. Yep. Sounds good to me. Yeah, 4 houses with 3 each. Yeah, but I am about to probably accept more humans. Yup. If I take the right package, then all of the humans will fit into the new human house I'm making. Yay! And all of the harpies into the harpy house I'm making. Yay, yay! Low on food. Yeah, I was always going to be contending with this pretty soon. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we are about to flood the economy with pie. So that's okay. Just making sure we're still going okay on that front. Packs of provisions. I mean, look, I don't want to use herbs for this, but I've already apparently eaten all of the berries that I was using. So I'm not really going to be making biscuits anytime soon. Okay, there's all our pie. Makeshift Post is making some of these packs of provisions. Turn them in as soon as you can. There's knowledge down here. There's the kiln. I mean, look, I'm definitely going to be establishing another small hearth down here. Absolutely. Oh, of course. Right there? Doesn't seem awful. And that gives us the ability to put a workshop. Sorry, a warehouse. Right about there. Stonecutter's Camp, because I'm currently running out of the ability to actually get bricks in the first place. And let's also quickly check on this. No, nothing I really want to use those for. Packs of building materials. Don't want to start y'all making any of... No, definitely don't have the resources for that at the moment either. Gonna keep that still available to reroll. Wow, it actually gave us packs of building materials. If only it ever gave us pack of crops as well, by the way, it would help us with the others, but it did give us the pack of building materials, which is going to complete this mission for us. Gives us 30 jerky, 3 parts, as well as 4 villagers. One of the big reasons I wanted to have that one in particular. Yeah, definitely need to get people back onto their woodcutting if they are available for it. Only really makes sense. Y'all with the makeshift posts are done, so that should give me now, yes, the ability to start selling stuff off again. Wow, these are only selling for 1 apiece. I mean, because they're selling for only 1 apiece to Minnesorathil, I will probably just trade 1 to you and have it complete during this season. Oh, okay, never mind. I was never going to be able to trade 4 of them to the same person here for Asylum. I could also complete another trade during this season if I just offered a single part for 3. Increasing my relationship with Willowheim as well to standing 2. I think I will do that, but I think before I do that, I'm going to expand every trade route. Just once. And then Willowheim a second time. And a third time. Damn it. There we go. I was literally just digging for another one that I would have the ability to resolve right now. Oh, wow, Minnesorathil. I will actually cake myself up on packs of provisions and trade for that at the very end of the season, if available. Old Farloof. I just gave away all my money! No, that's okay. As it turns out, I don't really care for much of the things that he has access to at this point in time. Woodcutting being 15% faster, kinda neat, maybe. Is that enough to make me sell, like, all my trade goods like that? Probably not. Alright. Still don't really care about the able. You know what? This is the reroll now. Manufactory, training gear, don't really like training gear. Granary. So granary is packs of crops as well as fabric production. Pickled goods is also available, but not incredible, but available. Taking the granary. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, I mean, you know, brewery versus cellar, right? Wine production versus leisure production. I'm gonna take the brewery for the leisure production. Obviously, it's not something that we need to immediately move in the direction of, but the granary would be nice. Using that in order to make our packs of crops for a couple of our missions would give us a lot of benefit. Like, you know, just make up to a total of 17 of them at any one time, and then we are basically just done. I almost feel like I need a second supplier. They are constantly making planks, and I am constantly out of planks. I'm gonna make myself a fair few harvesting camps, because I've just realized that I have so many parts and I have so many workers free, and both of those are so big mistakes. We're held off by bricks from a lot of our productions at the moment. The reason we're held up by those bricks is because we can't really get anything from stonecutters right now. Okay. What if I bought some bricks off you? How about something like that for bricks? And then I include one piece of wood to make it as equal as I possibly can. So now that I've got all these bricks, that should give me the ability to finish the small hearth down here, as well as the warehouse, needing only 6 and 3 for a total of 9. And in the completion of those two buildings, we'll get much more efficient usage of this stonecutter's camp, as we're going to be able to rest and deposit our goods in the area. Locally. Ooh, we did get some packs of goods! Nice! Some packs of crops, rather, from our trade route. In fact, can I get any provisions from it as well? I did! Wow, not only did I get provisions, I also got packs of building materials to give me another thing to trade to Sydney. Wild. So, the packs of... oh my god. And I have exactly enough provisions to do all of it! This is incredible! Packs of provisions. I will use 2 of them, and 3 the packs of building materials, as well as the packs of provisions. All of this was given to me just a second ago from the Drizzle trade routes, effectively. I'm going to give you back 3 of the building materials you gave me and 2 of the provisions you gave me in order to get some more in return. And then I'm going to go over to parts, and I'm going to sell 2 of them for a total of 12, because that is a sick exchange rate. Oh, this is a kiln, and there are actually just, like, coal farms. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I probably don't want to turn all of my wood into coal when I can just not do that, not require that as an input to the system in the first place. Oh, baby. Time to get some actual insects! Once we have the ability to make it out of meat as well as insects, all should be good. Starting to make the planks again, all good there. I do want a couple of free workers so that I can actually finish off a couple of buildings remaining, like a granary there. In fact, if that's enough, force delivery, take one of you out and then get rid of the rest of the ingredients. Because I believe that now means there's none of these I can't create in a better location. I'm gonna remove the crude workstation. And in fact, you know what? The granary is halfway through being made, but I'm actually just gonna refund it really quickly and then move it to the same position because it's gonna be significantly closer. Give you the ability to access the leather, and that'll be all of our fabric. Stone in order to increase the relationship with the town? Probably not. Oh wow, Willowheim. That's ridiculous. You'll give me 10. Oh man, I need more packs of provisions. The trades that are being offered at the moment are ridiculous. Well, unfortunately, I'm only really going to be able to do like a couple of berries very quickly. Low on food, that makes sense. Kind of skating along the bottom of low on food the entire time here. But every single time while we're doing it, we are currently making additional food, so it's not like an absolute dire end for us here. Use 175 units of drizzle water. I don't believe I've even found any access to drizzle yet. I do find the rain punk system interesting, but so far what it's really managed to do is heavily decrease the difficulty of the game, as I no longer have to deal with blight rot unless I want to get a benefit. And even then, oftentimes I don't even have access to the benefit, so it's not like it's just suddenly gonna get utilized, you know? Okay. Oil, pigment, and wildfire essence. I can also get reputation and amber. I mean, oil sometimes solves quests. None of those seem particularly useful. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the money.
Yeah.
Go straight for it. Okay, and then here is insect production online, and here is also now, hopefully, insect production for makeshift post goods. Let's take one of you out of your woodcutter's camp, move you over, move the woodcutter's camp over in order to get better access to the trees. Do same with the other one. It's a very nice and dense community at the moment. With 24 people housed up here, I know that I can move 4 people down to be around this area, as well as construct like a single human house myself. Okay, I'm gonna go human house there, move a human house to there, move a harpy house to there. And in fact, that should already have the full housing effect up. Beautiful. Alright. Should settle on board nicely. For another +3 resolve to the entire field. Right. I mean, not everyone is housed again, unfortunately. But it's not going to affect too many people. Greater threat is the big problem for us. Active from hostility 2 or up, every discovered forbidden or dangerous glade grants -2 global resolve. Honestly, I might be able to deal with that as well. Piercing winds, fuel efficiency is 200% slower. Is that going to be the thing that kind of breaks my back? It's not like I have a ridiculous amount of wood, and I am about to take a bunch of people off of wood cutting, so... Yeah, it looks like it would have been. Oh, wow. Never mind, the Harpies disagree with the amount of resolve that I'm allowing to go by the wayside at the moment. I mean, I sincerely apologize for it, but I do think this is the correct move for me at the moment, so I'll start sacrificing later if I need to. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, there's one stack of sacrificing wood, as well as only one person currently working on wood cutting. Fuel's gonna have a wee bit of a problem for that for a while, unfortunately. Or rather, a wee bit of a problem with that for a while. Human house requires just a couple more bricks again. I believe bricks are back on the menu. So I'll throw another person in to help out with making them. Let's also have a look at some of our trade routes, as these now have the ability to complete outside of the storm. In fact, anything that takes more than 27 seconds. So Sydney is incredible. Take my final 2 packs of building materials. Such great work. This is a really good translation rate for the insects that I have a ridiculous amount of for Willowheim here, so I'm definitely going to make that trade route as well. Oh my god, Xylem is still buying simple tools for a ridiculous rate. Wild. I mean, I almost want to sell one more. Oh no, I don't even have enough packs of provisions to go above this. There we go. Oh, the trades have been so good to us. Take away our sacrifice now. And it's not going to matter, because by the time we get to the end of the season, we're all good. Okay. I mean, jerky is relevant. Didn't I give myself better jerky production, though? Field kitchen... Nope. Looks like this is the best jerky production. I mean, realistically, you use this to make coal until there's like 25, and then you use the coal to run the jerky. Just very, very deeply inefficient at this point. Tightened belt. Wow, travel cost on trade routes is reduced by 1. Yeah, that's absolutely the one I'm immediately gonna go for. It's gonna give us the ability to start trading for 0 provisions. Which you might imagine, good. And you would imagine that correctly. Sick imagination, bud. Well done on that. So there's granary here as well. Let's start getting a couple of the fabrics up. 7 additional bricks, 5 additional parts. Both things that I'm entirely out of at the moment. Seems good to me. Packs of crops. What can I do in terms of those, rather? Grain, so at 4 apiece. That's extremely useful. I immediately turn that on. I want to complete my rich harvest and aid for the human clan as soon as I possibly can. Get another 2 blueprints. Oh my god. So much more control over our run. Okay, this simple tool for sea marrow as well as roots versus 10.5 a reputation. I kind of want to leave it there in case my next order cares about it. 20 aesthetic decorations is the only one there that's even vaguely achievable. Come on. Boom. There comes out packs of trade goods, and in fact we can immediately sell them for 0! 0 provisions in return. Wild. 2 minutes Sorathil there. Simple tools aren't selling for the absolute best price to sell them at the moment, unfortunately. Neither for the others. Okay, sure. I'm just going to sell you the packs of trade goods. Make it very simple on myself here. 1 minute and 59 seconds until that turns up as well, so that will actually finish in time to give me more materials back. I am currently constructing a lot of fabric, so I should have the ability to build that building soon. Okay, and then a human house would be lovely as well. Two would be ideal. Have everyone completely housed. Then all I would need to do is put down, again, another park and garden. Sure, a little bit of a failure of imagination considering. But it's okay. I'm sure. I'm sure I'll have a better design in a different situation at a different time, but at the moment, I feel like it'd take me 15 minutes worth of fumbling in order to get something together. Beautiful. There's all of the folk there that we needed. Rich Harvest is now ready, so we can turn this in, getting ourselves 3 additional humans, 3 extra resolve to all of our humans, 2 parts and a reputation point. Oh, actually, I'm going to take Rich Harvest first, which is plus 25% speed to planting, as well as plus 1 to packs of good production, which is going to make it easier to meet the next tier. I will also note that I really should be expanding into another zone at this point. Like, it almost feels a waste of this year if I don't start breaking into another dangerous glade to give myself some actual stuff to work with. Some actual tools and materials, some decisions to make. There we go, all the rest of the stone that was available at the time. Take that up. Got some goods received. Man, I really don't want to sell simple tools if that's just what I'm selling them for at the moment. Sihilda has arrived though. Fuel burns 25% longer in halves. Gain 20 pottery every time you discover a new glade. I'm not really using pottery as much. Could I? Yeah. Am I? No. Flower production. I feel flower production is just going to be essential. And coat production would be lovely if I could get it too. I'm going to take both. Can I use them a huge amount at the moment? No. Will I be able to use them in the future? Hopefully. Oh, I just invested a lot into them, you see. Thanks for trade goods. I mean, 1 part for 3 amber. Simple tools. I mean, this is, I feel like for the simple tools, I really should just give them at least 1 trade. Still just keep my growth of relationship with nearby towns, etc. Turn off production for packs of crops, not really needed anymore. We are about to, there we go, get the rest of the aid for the human clan. 3 additional humans to help us out. Sure, one of them can go in the granary. I mean, these trappers are now running out of things to do, and in fact, yeah, there's basically nothing else that I can actually do at this moment. I do have a lot of people, so I finally have the thing that I wanted. Now I just need to make sure that they are actually utilized. Oops. Man. The limitation that I am constantly finding on my supplies is almost leading me to completely change my build. Tinkerer. For simple tool production, don't really care about that. Simple training gear, well, don't care about training gear and don't care about the packs of goods there. So really what I'm gonna get from this is 20 barrels and 15 copper ore. There's also a small destroyed caravan here. -6 to the global resolve while we're working on the event. This is going to be a problem if it manages to persist all the way through until the storm, which it will. Oh, it takes away our trading if we don't fulfill it, though. So, absolutely essential. 20 coats, 15 roots every time you discover a new glade, as well as 30 roots. Getting those roots would give me the ability to make more packs of trade goods, as well as supplement some of our flour production. 6 minutes and 27 seconds to complete this in the first place. So we're gonna have to deal with its negative effects during the storm. So realistically, I wanna make sure that the people who are most comfortable are going to do that. Okay, the encampment is about to come up as well. My hostility is just extremely not well managed right now. Maybe I need to start making a decent amount of coal so that I can try and make it through this season. Another woodcutter's camp seems like a really good idea too. Going back to our trades, fabric. I mean, yeah, I have a decent amount of fabric to sell. 13 for 8 or 12 for 8. I'll go for the 12 for 8. Hmm. 4 for 8 certainly doesn't seem right for me. Stone, man, a lot of these are quite quick. I really wish I just had more trade route slots active at once. I'm gonna take the low income but quick ones. Just try and make sure the relationships with other towns increase at the speed I need them to. So yeah, Asylum, I'll take this despite the fact that it is actually the one that I previously pointed at and said, no, I'm definitely not gonna take that, ha ha ha, and then immediately did. Because of course. Alright, the harpies are mad at me. For the fear of the wilds as well as the hostility of the forest because we have so many people on woodcutting at this point. Advanced District gives me the +1 to the plank production, as well as 15 bricks, 12 simple tools, and 1 more reputation. The thing that I'm really running into is resolve is a problem I do not know how to resolve. I do not know how to resolve, rather. I need to throw a bunch of people in this kiln. Start making coal and then use that coal to start making jerky. Use that jerky to feed the harpies such that they don't hate me. The granary is now ready to throw its refuse out. I mean, sure, we got some fabric there. Provisioner's Smokehouse Monastery! Clay pit. Well, I wonder if I have a lean towards one of these over the others. I'm gonna take the monastery immediately. Explorer's Lodge is really good for us as well, actually. Brawling and education. So, wow. It actually just fixed so many problems with that run. The monastery, immediately, I'm gonna put down in this position up here. I have the bricks to immediately create it. It's gonna come up. I'm gonna stock it with 3 people. That's gonna decrease hostility everywhere by 100, as well as give us the ability to start utilizing leisure. So now that I have the ability to start utilizing leisure, I really should make myself a brewery as well. Then the Explorer's Lodge also has a benefit of +1 to global resolve for each rebuilt or salvaged ruin, and we rebuilt or salvaged 3 ruins in close tow after one another, so that's +3 to global resolve. And yeah, I'm just gonna favor the harpies and see if the beavers get mad before the monastery is here. Looks like no. They don't have time to get mad before the monastery arrives. Got a bunch of simple tools if I want to get more to stone production here. More stone production wouldn't be bad. The rest of those resources, totally fine trading those. Something that does feel a little weird at the moment is... One second, please. Oh, there we go. That has finished in time, and now I can actually throw people at it. Great. Are any of these empty? Yeah, this one's empty. Gonna just disassemble one of those camps. Because, yeah, they're about to run out of space to really do anything. There we go. That gives me a couple more workers. I'll throw 3 of them into the monastery, and in doing so, hopefully reduce the negative resolve. I mean, look, I have reduced the negative resolve, but it hasn't really helped us as much as I needed to. You know what? For 5 apiece, you can absolutely have as many of the simple tools as you'd like. And then I only have the ability to also sell the stone because it's the only thing that was remaining with 0 trade cost. Honestly, the fact that I can constantly just make simple tools and constantly have them on hand is sick. But it hasn't actually done much of anything for us, strangely. So I have to check in with our fuel. It's not doing incredible. I'm gonna tell you, your priority is making that jerky. A hobby left! They were sad for just long enough to leave. Oops. I thought we were actually past that. My bad. Oh man, the storm is rolling in as well. 3 minutes and 34 seconds until we actually complete the mission. Oh boy. And now's when it gets tough. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Choose an order. Use rainwater. I'm gonna go for the goods for the Citadel because I occasionally do have access to those. Access to trade goods. Neat. Got a monastery here. It's running decently. Obviously, we're gonna have to take everyone out of every available woodcutter's camp. To start off with, at least. That's not enough to keep anyone happy. Oh no. I don't want to sacrifice 2 stacks of wood the entire time. Sacrificing coal would be better. Especially if I was actually creating coal at any reasonable rate. But no, I need the jerky. You know what? No, I'm sacrificing the 2 stacks of wood. And I guess that gives me the ability to also keep one of my beavers on the job. Let's throw the rest of you into this tinkerer and salvage it absolutely. Let's move also another one of the woodcutter's camps. I'm now looking for the placing of this explorer's lodge. Which honestly does not need that much more in terms of its material components to exist. Which is great news, because we just got another global result from that. Small trappers' camps have nothing nearby, that makes sense. Let's take down each of those. So with this glut of extra workers at the moment, I mean, look, I would love to get stonecutters' camps actually going off. Especially considering I'm going to have, by the time all of this is available, the +2 to stone. Small Trappers Camp has nothing nearby, that makes sense again. And we can even defavor the Harpies and be completely okay. That's how we tell we're going good. The Harpies, of course, are mainly kept above and afloat by this jerky at the moment, but hey, it's good enough. Whatever works, buddy. Whatever works. Let's also have a look at any of our trade routes, just in case we want them to turn in very soon. Oh, parts for 4? Oh, such good trades. Wow. Insects for a ridiculous cost as well. 2 people are buying parts for 4. Like, I could sell 10 parts right now and get 40 in payment. I don't really want that, though. Room for one other farm? If I really wanted it? You know, I don't think it's a good idea here to trade away all of my parts. Just got a hunch on that one. So I will instead try and take every other available trade first. And realistically, expand all of these, because that was going to happen eventually anyway. Alright, I will slightly increase my relationship with Sydney using it. This mission completes incredibly soon. We are at the start of year 6, which, considering the length of these runs at this point, I believe might function as our halfway point to give you a little bit of just a little bit of that. I will tell you that protected trade, prosperous settlement, cheap construction, and frequent caravans are our cornerstones that we're going to be selecting from at the top of the next episode, and that is going to be protected trade, negative 15 points every time you sell goods worth 25 amber. I will say negative 15 points of hostility, something that gives us the ability to actually manage our hostility at this point would be lovely. +1 to global resolve every time you gain a stack of the wealth effect, every time you sell 40 goods, 40 amber worth of goods. There's also all buildings cost 40% less, but each discovered resource node has 5 fewer charges. And finally, frequent caravans. The constant flow of goods keeps your villagers distracted. Boosts global resolve by 3 for 60 seconds every time you finish a trade route. Duration stacks. I'm gonna have a think about these, and I will see you, and in fact, you'll see my selection at the start of the next episode. Until then, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. Top left has series playlists for all of our content on this game, past, present, future. Down below is YouTube recommendation for all of the what the YouTube thinks you should watch. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you next time.